Hey Board Game Maniacs, Maniac Rob here to bring you another exciting gameplay video, or battle report, whatever you want to call it. In the past, probably a couple of weeks ago or a month ago, I can't recall exactly the time, I had a competition onto our Instagram account, BoardGameManiacs, asking what game that the viewers would like to see played through. Now, it was a competition between Warlord Games Project Z and also the D&D Adventure board game system, as you see here, from Wizards of the Coast, WizKids. Now, you may be watching this thinking like, hey, this game went out in all the voting, because I asked the viewers either comment on the post that I made on Instagram, or also you could just go to the our YouTube channel, Board Game Maniacs. You can comment down below on one of the videos, or you can email us at boardgamemaniacs@gmail.com. Now, the votes that went in, and the winner was Warlord Games Project Z. That was the winner. So, and if you look on our channel, previous videos, I did do a solo playthrough mission. It was called Nowhere to Run. It was a great game. It lasts a little longer than what I anticipated, but the reason why is because I only played the game, half a game, twice in the past. So this was kind of like the very first full gameplay video that I did for Project Z from Warlord Games. Now, it was a lot of fun, but this video is not about that. This video is about the second choice. So, just as Board Game Maniacs promise, they did not win out. This system did not win out against Project Z, but I'm still going to do a gameplay video of this. Actually, it's going to be a solo mission. What I plan on doing, the same with Project Z, is I'm going to pick every one of these boxes, that there's 5 in total so far that I have in my collection, and I'm going to do the solo mission in the book. So each video for this series is going to be the solo mission from each one. Now, a little bit of house rules that are going to be added here. I'm letting you know ahead of time, as I took every one of these games. Probably not Tomb of Annihilation. I have to really think about this, but I mixed all of the monster cards, encounter cards, trap cards, everything, and the characters as well with these games, because you can do that. It says right in the instructions that you can mix them together to add more of a gameplay. Now, my mission that I'm going to run through, the solo mission for each one of these box sets, it's going to use one character throughout every one of the missions where I can upgrade between characters, but it's going to be fighting all the monsters from every box. It's going to be encountering all the encounter cards, all the trap cards, all the adventure cards, everything. I'm not going to separate it, because in the books it does say that to look on the numbers on the cards and separate them accordingly for each mission, like the solo mission or scenario 2, 3, 4, and so forth. I'm not doing that, because what I did, I just combined everything together to have it so it's going to be a lot more difficult for me, and there's going to be a lot more surprises around every corner in that dungeon. But we are going to be using the tile specific for each mission and following the mission scenario if you have to get to a certain tomb, or you have to kill so many monsters, or what have you. I'm going to play through it that way, but just keep in mind, I'm mixing all the box sets together. I'm not sure about Tomb of Annihilation. Like I said, we will see. But you know, when you watch and you're saying like, hey, this ain't from Wrath of Ashardalon, the monsters or encounter cards, that's because I mixed them all together. So just keep that in mind. Now, also too, as well as another thing that I did for house rules is you can actually buy little miniatures that are pre-painted for D&D, so that when you play the role-playing RPG D&D, you have characters so that you can move around on the maps that you make or what have you. So I went out and I got the little miniatures, like the monster miniatures, and then I looked into the D&D games, like the 5th edition monster manual and 4th and so forth, and I took specs from them and I made my own cards according to the miniatures. So there is some homemade miniature cards for house rule and everything that you're gonna see during the game, or you may see during the game, and it don't look familiar to you. The miniatures don't look familiar to you and everything, but that's because I made them myself. Now, I played a lot of this D&D game, the adventure board game system, with the other Board Game Maniacs in the group on Saturday nights, because we have game night every Saturday usually, and they love it. And I created them custom characters, or not custom characters, custom monsters and everything, and they really thought that added a more challenging aspect to the whole system and the whole game. Not that this game is not challenging already, because it can be very challenging, it can be, very overwhelming, but we're going to see how we survive in the dungeon. We are starting out with Adventure 1 in the book, Wrath of Ashardalon. Now, this Adventure 1, it is the solo mission. I'm going to do every solo mission from every book, combining every game set together, except for the option of the Tomb of Annihilation. I kept that out, just because I've never played anything on Tomb of Annihilation yet. So I want to keep that separate and go through that on a different day. So the box sets again that are combined for this is Wrath of Ashardalon. It's also the Legend of Drizzt, and it's also Temple of Elemental Evil. And there's one more that is combined, and it slips my mind right here. Castle Ravenloft, Legend of Drizzt, Elemental Evil, and Wrath of Ashardalon. The only one, again, that is not in there is the Tomb of Annihilation. So with this adventure, if you see here, Adventure 1, it's a day in the life of a hero. While chasing monsters through the wilderness around Firestone Peak, you fall through a hole into the caverns below. You can survive long enough to find another way out. Or can you survive long enough to find another way out? I'm not reading it properly. The goal for this is explore the dungeon, reach the tunnel exit, and escape before the monsters destroy you. Number of heroes obviously is one hero because it's the solo mission. Now with this setup, I'm just reading everything here. You can just read it on the screen or just listen to my voice. It's totally up to you. But for the adventure setup, special components in this adventure: the start dungeon tile, the tunnel exit tile, Kobold Dragon Lord villain card and figure. You place the start tile on the table, place your hero on any square adjacent to the stairwell of the start tile. Place the tunnel exit tile to the side. Shuffle the dungeon stack. Insert the tunnel exit tile anything after the 6th tile. So you got to remember that. You have to put this down after the 6th tile, just so that you don't flip it over right away from that within the first 6 tries. You want to make this interesting. And also the special adventure rules for this is tunnel exit. When the hero reveals the tunnel exit tile, place the Kobold Dragon Lord on the tile and read the text below. And you read, victory. You win the game when your hero defeats the Kobold Dragon Lord and escapes from the dungeon by ending his or her hero phase on the stairs to the tunnel exit tile. You defeat, or you're defeated. You lose the adventure if your hero has 0 hit points at the start of his or her turn and there are no healing surge tokens remaining. So that is the adventure that we are going to play today. It is a day in the life of a hero. So there's also some special notes here too as well. So when you start the adventure, you're going to read this. And when you exit, if you reveal the exit tile, then you're going to read this too as well. So I'll just read the first part because we're going to be starting it anyhow. So the monsters raiding the village of Longbridge have led you on a long chase. Just as you're about to catch up with the last of them, the ground beneath you breaks away and you plunge into the deep hole. Into a deep hole. You have fallen into the dungeon beneath Firestone Peak. Can you survive long enough to find a way out of the dark, twisting tunnels? Dun dun dun! as you can see, I set all the dungeon tiles. I went from the 6th one, and then after the 6th one, I mixed in the tunnel exit tile, and I shuffled it up. So it could be anywhere after the 6th one down to the end. Now, these are special tiles, such as the dungeon tile, special starter tile, and on the back it says Horde Chamber Start. So again, I could reveal like a chamber tile here. They technically should be in there too as well, but that's right. We'll put it there. And also here's the other one, and that's for the Dire Chamber tile too as well. Now I don't know if we're going to use these in the game, but they're there, so if I come across with one of them here in the stack, then we are going to do that. Interesting. Let's take a look at our villain boss that we're going to have to fight if we do survive and find the tunnel exit tile. This is Mirak, Cobalt Dragonlord Reptile. He has an armor class of 17, which you can see right there. And he has hit points of 6. And he has some special things that he can do, such as the Cobalt Dragon activates at the start of each villain phase. At the start of each villain phase. If the Cobalt is adjacent to a hero, it attacks that hero with a short sword. And then the Cobalt moves to any square within one tile. And also too as well, if the Cobalt is within one tile of the hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks the hero with a short sword. Otherwise, move the Cobalt one tile towards the hero with the most hit points. And you can see a short sword, when you roll, it's an 8+ and 2 damage. And he is a level 5 villain. There's his hit points that I have right here, 6 hit points too as well. Our hero that we selected for this first level that we are attacking into the dungeon. His name is Athrogate. He's a dwarf battle ranger. And much like Bernor, Athrogate is one of the remaining Delzone dwarves and is always a fierce fighter. I can't say them words. This is horrible for me I should have tried to rehearse it before off camera, but this is just all on the fly on camera. But anyhow, let's look at his stats and see what it is. So you can see here with the stats, he has an armor class of 14. He has hit points of 8, his speed is 6, he got surge value of 4. Now, if anybody have never played the Dungeons & Dragons adventure system, if I do come across things, I will explain it. Again, this is not a tutorial on how to play it. It's more just watching the solo mission and how if I manage to succeed and find the exit or not. So, just quickly, the surge value, what that means is if you die once, you can sell your surge token. You can have up to 2 surge tokens, but I'm playing with only 1. So you can sell the surge token, and if you sell that surge token, you come back to life. But it's 4. That's it though. So like surge value is 4. So you don't, if you come back to life, you're not going to come back with 8 hit points. You're going to come back with 4 hit points instead of 8. Also too as well, here it gives you a list of things of what you start out with. So again, for example, Force Striker. This is his special ability. So whenever you hit a monster with an attack, you can move that monster 1 square in any direction after all damage is dealt. That can be very helpful. Powers. You can use the following power cards. Cracker, Whacker, Double Strike, select 1 Battle Ranger daily power, and select 1 Battle Ranger utility power. And that are these right here. I will go over them shortly just so everybody knows what it is. But also too as well as if you level up to level 2, you get some stat increases too as well. So look at your surge value. So if you level up, then your hit points go to 5. If you die and you come back and you're at level 2. Hit points now is 10 instead of 8, I think it is for this one. I said yeah, so 8 hit points, and then when you're level 2, you've got 10 hit points. And you have different things here, so I'm not going to really read this through because, you know, again, it's not a tutorial video. It's just playing the game and having some fun. Let's just go over what cards I picked and so forth and what they do. Alright, so this here is one of the cards that you have when you start out. It's the Cracker. This glass steel Morningstar is coated with the red inkor of a rust monster. Interesting. Anyhow, attack one adjacent monster. On a hit, place a -4 AC token next to the monster. Discard the token when the monster is defeated. And it's attack of 6 and you do 1 damage. That's one of the ones I have. Next one I have here is the Whacker. Now this is an at-will. So what at-will cards are is that you can use them all the time. Not like some other cards where you use it and you have to flip them over after you're done. Now, so with the Whacker, this weapon is coated with the potion that explodes on impact. That's why it's called a Whacker. Attack one adjacent monster. On a hit, each monster adjacent to the attacked monster takes 1 damage. That's really good. And it's a +6 attack and 1 damage. So these cards here, they're extra cards that when I level up I may get an extra card, or if I draw a card that tells me I can pick another one up or so forth. So let's go over the cards, the battle, this one here, I picked the battle, daily power. Is this daily? Yes, daily power, or no, utility power. Blah. Holy crap, I can't even talk. Alright, so this card starts with 2 double strike tokens on it. You can remove 1 double strike token from this card. If you do, use 2 different attack powers. If there are no double strike tokens remaining, flip over this card. If an ability flips this card face up, add double strike tokens up to a total of 2. So you can kind of replenish this. So that double strike is pretty good for that. Let's look at the daily power that I got here, that I chose. This is called Morningstar Flurry. So attack each monster on your hero's tile. It's a +6 and it's a damage of 2 and it's 1 damage if you miss. And see on the note on the back here or the bottom it says no, don't say it. It says flip the card over after use. So you would flip it after you use it. Last but not least of the cards here, this here is the Smash device. So use during your hero phase. Disarm 1 trap on your hero's tile. So when their tiles have traps on them, or you draw an encounter card and it traps, you can try to disarm it with the rolling of the die, or you can use this and you can disarm 1 right away. If we encounter that, I will read to you exactly what it says into the rules manual so we can go from there. Just to show you what the double strike tokens are, because I remembered that I didn't have them on my card here. So they're double strike tokens. So when you use this, pretty much just as it explains, that you can get a double strike, and then when these 2 double strike tokens are used up, this card gets flipped over. And that's how that is used for the double strike. You can see too, as well as I have monsters and dragons and so forth, all set up from each collection. Well, the 4 collections that we're playing with. And here's the other ones too as well. You can see they're set up. I got them all lined up just so I can try to find them a lot easier. Now, these here are from any collection right here that you see. But what they are for is, well, because I made them specialty cards, the house cards that I was telling you about in the intro. So if I draw one of them, who knows what can happen here. Like, these guys are going to come out and they're pretty vicious. So hopefully I don't draw one of the monster cards, because that can throw a wrench into the mix really quick. Another great feature that is with this game and all of the other adventure systems for the D&D from WizKids, Wizards of the Coast, is it's a sequence of play reference card. So it tells you exactly what you can do on your for your character. So like it says here, on your turn, complete these phases in this order. So that's, you have to remember, it has to be in that order. So the hero phase, then the exploration phase, then the villain phase. And it explains what the hero phase is. If you have 0 hit points, use a healing surge token if 1 is available. Perform one of the following actions. Move and then make an attack, attack and then move, or make 2 moves. You cannot do like an attack and attack, or an attack, a move a little bit, then move again. You can either do it in this order. Well, not this order, but one of those things. Now also too as well, is if you look on the other side, it tells you the sequence of play continues as well. So exploration phase. If your hero occupies a square adjacent to an unexplored edge, see page 5. Go to step 2, otherwise go to the villain phase. Draw a dungeon tile and place it with the triangle adjacent to the unexplored edge. Draw a monster card and place that monster on a new tile. The villain phase. If you didn't place a tile during your exploration phase, or if you placed a tile with a black triangle, drawing a counter card. If a villain is in play, activate it. Activate each monster and trap your control. Like, why can't I read? This is horrible. In turn, so activate each monster and trap you control. In turn, in the order you drew them. So pretty much what it is you want to put them in turn, like if you have monsters under your control. Not that you control them, but you found them on your turn. And in this, we're playing the solo mission, all the monsters are going to be on my turn. And that's also with your trap cards too as well. Alright, Athergate, hope you're ready to start this adventure into the dungeon, because you know what, I want to kill some monsters, and since we fell in that hole that, you know, we went into the dungeon, we gotta find the tunnel escape, or the tunnel exit, so that we can get the heck out of here and continue on with our mission. I just put Athergate here. He's going to go, now again, unexplored edges are any edge that don't have a tile. So here you can see the black. Now in the game, the black represents walls or borders so that you can't cross these. And that's the same as, you know, like if you're in a corner for to see a monster, there's no way they're going to be able to see around the corner. It makes sense, right? You know, again, because what I said in the intro, we are playing a little bit of house rule here. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. Send me an email at BoardGameManiacs@gmail.com and so forth. So also, I just want to mention too as well is the speed of my hero is 6, which means that he can go up to 6 squares. And then there's tiles too as well. There's some rules that I'll explain as we go along and play this game. So right now, he can move up to 6 squares. Now again, he can do a move. He can attack and then move, or he can move and then make an attack. He can't, again, that's pretty much all the things that he can do. So this is the hero phase. So with the hero phase, what I'm going to do with this guy right here is he's just going to go up 1, and then he's going to explore. So that's a move. So now we're going to draw a tile from the dungeon stack, put it here, and see what happens. Right from the get-go, I drew a chamber tile. So these can be really bad because it's like little missions that you do during the game. So this is kind of like an extra mission too as well. So I drew, which is called the Horde Chamber Entrance. So I'm going to explain to you roughly about what you do here. But one thing I want to do is every tile will have an arrow, whether it's going to be a black arrow or a white arrow, or this, in this case, it's a red arrow because it is it's a chamber tile. So you would take that and you would place it down onto the edge that your hero is exploring. Now, some really bad things are going to start here too as well. I'm going to set it up and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to explain to you what I did. One little insert that I want to read here that's right out of the rules manual for the chamber book is a chamber represents the location of a climatic scene of an adventure and is filled with dangerous monsters and terrible villains. So right from the start, like the first tile that I drew had to be a chamber tile. The Horde Chamber Entrance. This is horrible. I'm in trouble. There you have it. This is the setup for the Horde Chamber part of the dungeon. So in the rules manual, what it said is after you pull this one, you want to place another Horde Chamber tile at any unexplored edge. So this was an unexplored edge, so I put it there. This one is an unexplored edge, so I put that one there. This is an unexplored edge, so I put that one there. There's already an explored edge right here that I came from. So I had to put that down. Now, also it says in the chamber, into the instructions for the chamber, is if I drew a tile that specifically said, I just missed, where did I just see that at? Chamber tile card is specific. Okay, so if you also draw the large chamber tile, I'm sure one of these chamber tiles say large. I played this a couple of times before, but I've never played it with a chamber involved. So this is the first time, and I just know that it's bad. But if one of these, like you see here, it says horrid chamber. So if one of them said large horror chamber, then if I drew that card randomly too as well, or that tile, I would have to also put dungeon tiles, the horror chamber dungeon tiles, on each unexplored edge of that one too. So the map would just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You get my drift. In the rules manual, it tells you that after you place a chamber tile, draw the top chamber card or specific chamber card depending on the needs of the adventure. So this is a solo adventure. Don't say anything specific about if you should use chamber tiles or what have you. So I'm going with just a generic chamber card. I'm going to just draw the first one that's on top of the stack. So I have on just a small little table here the cards that we're going to be using into the adventure. And as you can see, I shuffled all of these, but these are all the cards from all four of the box sets that we're using. So you can see there's a chamber one right here, which I'm going to draw. So we'll draw the first one, and we're going to see what the heck happens, because I'm kind of nervous about flipping this over and reading it, because, you know, it just says that it's filled, like what I read, the little exploit that I read into the book already, that, you know, that the chamber represents a location of a climatic scene of an adventure and is filled with dangerous monsters and terrible villains. So this is going to tell me if they're terrible villains or dangerous monsters or both in here. So I really don't want to flip this over, but I'm going to have to. Before I look at that chamber card, I'm just reading right out of the rules book of what happens. So I pulled the chamber card. Chamber card setup. A major encounter that challenges the hero. You might discover a villain to fight, villagers to rescue, or altars to destroy. And it also says, filling the chamber. Most chamber cards tell you to fill a chamber in the following way. Place a specific monster or villain called for on the chamber card on any chamber tile. Then, starting with the active hero, each hero draws a monster card and places a corresponding figure. This monster should be placed on empty chamber tiles first. Once each tile has a monster on it, you can place any remaining monster on the chamber tile. To specify which monster cards are placed on a chamber, put a shield marker on the monster card as a reminder. Well, I was kind of off camera for that, like usual. But anyhow, what this is telling me is that when I flip this over, it'll tell me what to do, where to put stuff, and so forth. After that is done, because I'm only the single solo player here, I'm still going to have to draw one monster card. Whether if this is a monster or an altar or what have you, I still have to draw a monster card. And then I have to take one of these, which are like coffin tokens. If I can get in focus, maybe. Anyhow, it's a coffin token, and put it on that monster card to let me know that this is part of the chamber. So, after that is done, then we continue the game. I got such a horrible draw here. Like, this was bad, and I really, really, really don't want to flip that chamber card over, because I don't know what's going to happen. But you know what? I just stop being a whiner and just flip it over and do what it says. So let's just see what happens. I really don't know what this is, and I really don't want to know what it is. Okay, here goes. Chamber Kobold Clan Lair. Lovely. Let's see, get it in focus here. Place the Kobold Dragon Lord on any chamber tile. So, the adventure that we're playing has to do with the Kobold Dragon Lord. Because if you look here, it says special components of this adventure: start dungeon tile, tunnel exit tile, Kobold Dragon Lord villain card, and figure. And when you pull the tunnel exit, When your hero reveals the tunnel exit tile, place the Kobold Dragonlord on the tile and read the text below. So, but I have to place him on the chamber tile here. So what? Hang on, I gotta read the rest of this because maybe it will just clarify it a little bit more here. Get that in focus there. Starting with the active hero, each player draws a monster card and places a monster on the chamber tile. If the monster is not a reptile, discard once and draw again. Place monsters on tiles that have no monsters first. Goal: destroy the Kobold Dragonlord. This card cannot be cancelled. Alright, so what's that telling me is that I have to take the boss I gotta fight at the end of the game and put him on one of these tiles and draw another monster tile or monster card and put another monster on there. So when I do that, I have to defeat this guy before I can go on any further. This is what I'm gathering from what I read. Now, because of this card, the chamber card, is kind of going conflicting, because if I kill him once, do I have to still do this? Do you know what? I'm going to say, I'm going to make, again, a house rule on this because I'm not 100% sure, but if I kill him once, he's going to go away, and then when I find the tunnel exit, he's going to reappear again. So pretty much, instead of killing him, I'm just going to wound him enough so that he just runs away to recover, and then Athrogate is just going to have to fight him again. Alright, here goes. So I'm going to take the Kobold Dragonlord here, the Maniac, and I'm going to place him somewhere here. So I'm going to have to fight him. Where am I going to have to place him? I don't know. Well, I'm going to have to go that way, but I have to fight him regardless. So I'm just going to stick him. No, I'm going to put him here. So, no, see, I'm just getting all nervous here. So I'm just going to put him here. That's where I'm going to put him. And we're going to have to battle him. But before I battle him or do anything else, I'm also going to have to draw another monster card. So there's the monster stack. Again, these monsters from every one of the 4 box sets that I mentioned. So let's see what monster we got to fight here. And if it's not a reptile, we have to discard and flip another one. And it is not a reptile, it is a water elemental. So we don't even need this guy. But no matter if this is a reptile or not, the second one, we have to fight him. Fire elemental. Did I even shuffle these? I'm sure I shuffled them. Well, fire elemental, that's what I have to fight. So I got to find him, and I'm going to have to place him on a tile. Lovely. Just so we can take a look at the fire elemental's statistics. He has an armor class of 16, hit points are 3. If the fire elemental is within 2 tiles of a hero, it attacks the hero with the most hit points. It's going to attack me because I'm the only hero. Remaining within 2 tiles with a scorching ray. After the attack passes this card onto the player to your right. So it's going to pass it to me. Yay! Otherwise, the monster moves 1 tile towards the closest hero. After the move, pass this card to the player on your right. So it's a +7 attack and 3 damage. Oh my. And I can't place the fire elemental miniature on the same tile as the Dragonlord. So I got 2 main guys I gotta fight right from the top. The hop. So this is really scary. That is a miniature for the fire elemental. Now, he's pretty big. Like, look at the size of him compared to her hero. Like, yeah. Then you got this little Kobold Dragonlord who's even tiny. He's tiny compared to her hero, but it probably does a lot of devastating damage. But anyhow, I'm going to put him here because, you know, I can put him in front. It don't really matter, but I'm just going to place him right there. So this is where the 2 monsters have came out. And now what I have to do is take the token, the coffin token, and place it here. So I don't necessarily have to kill him right from the hop, but I have to kill him before I continue on with my adventure. So let's see what I'm going to do here. Because I explored, I can move again, or if I have a ranged attack, I can start attacking them guys. looking at my cards that I have here that I can attack with, I don't have any range, so I'm kind of in your face, chop you down, which is common for a dwarf battle rager for sure, because, you know, that's just what he does. So he was here, he moved up one and he explored. So now the only other thing he can do is he can move more, or he can choose to stay where he is. I don't think I want to be, if I go here, you know, he's going to be able to attack. He's going to be able to attack, but he might even be able to attack already the fire elemental. I'm going to see what happens. But you know what? He's not moving anymore. He's staying where he is because, I don't know. This is really tough. I can move because I got a speed of 6. I can move 5 more. And I'm wondering if that could be in enough range so that I can, you know, do some in-your-face attacking. After weighing out my options, I think what's best is to move, because then at least I can attack. Because if I just choose not to move, then I'm not able to attack them because I'm an in-your-face kind of melee guy. And that would leave these guys, which definitely can do some range stuff, or even jump up in front of me and start attacking me. So I'm going to move so I can fight. So I already moved, I was here, and I moved 1, so that's 1 for my speed. I got 5 more because my speed is 6. Now, one thing to note is when you are crossing tiles, you can see the break. You can't cross diagonally. So, for instance, you can't go that way. This is what I'm gathering here. I have to go that, then I can go diagonally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, because again, I can move 5 more times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I am in the fire elemental's face, so I can start attacking him. Let's see what I'm going to attack him with. He's squaring off with the fire elemental because, you know, he's a battle ranger dwarf and he's not scared of nothing. He'll take on anything. So looking at my powers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my double strike. So again, with this double strike, it's a utility power. It says this power starts with 2 double strike tokens on it. You can remove 1 double strike token from this card. If you do, use 2 different attack powers. And so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack him with my cracker and my whacker. Now they are my at-will powers that I don't have to flip over after I start using it. But that's what I'm going to do. So for the cracker, let's look at that first. It says, attack 1 adjacent monster, which he is adjacent to me. On a hit, place a -4 AC token next to that monster. Discard the token when the monster is defeated. So the way this is I'm going to take my D20 and I'm going to roll it. So this fire elemental has an armor class of 16. So for me to successfully hit him, I have to roll over 16. So I got a 6. Now, because I got a 6 and using my double strike, and I said I'm going to use my cracker first, I'm going to add my +6 to my attack, which is 12. And his armor class is 16, so I never even touched him. So I failed. So that's 1 fail, but I'm using a double strike. Remember, double strike token. I'm going to take this double strike token and move it away. And now I'm going to try to attack him with my whacker. Hopefully I'll get lucky and hit him with my whacker, because I didn't get him with my cracker. Yeah. Oh, come on. That's 7 plus 6. That I don't think is not enough at all. I rolled a 13 and he has armor class of 16, like I said. So I definitely didn't roll enough because I add my 7 to my bonus of 6. And that's how it is. Just a quick rules correction there. So from where I was here and I moved and I said that you can't move diagonally from each tile to another tile. I swore I seen that somewhere or in an FAQ or something, but I can't find it. So you can move diagonally between each tiles. You can move this way or diagonally. The only thing you can't move is you can't move into another player's square. So I'll just read specifically what it says in the book here. It says, you can move your hero to any square, even diagonal ones, with a few minor exceptions. You cannot enter a square with the monster. That's one exception. You can move around walls but cannot enter a wall square. That's another one. You cannot move between two adjacent walls. And you cannot end your move in another hero square. So you can move over a hero, but you can't end your turn on that hero square. And again, there's your monsters. So yeah, I just wanted to make that rules correction before we go any further. And just reminding, I did try to do the double strike, but I failed at both because I suck. So that gets removed from my double strike token, so I only got one more double strike token left. Since I moved, and then attacked, it's time for the villains to go on their villain phase. Now, with this here villain, it says right there on the card, the Kobold Dragonlord activates at the start of each villain phase. I'm not even on camera. So he gets to go before the Fire Elemental does. So let's read again just what he can do. So if the Kobold is adjacent to a hero, he's not. If the Kobold is within one tile, so he is not, because there's a tile there and there. So he is not. So we don't even have to read that. Otherwise, move the Kobold one tile towards the hero with the most hit points, and there's only one hero, so that is exactly where he's going to move. So for the Kobold's turn, he moves one tile. So again, the difference between the tiles and squares is that's a square, and this is a tiles. So he moves one tile towards. So he was here, he's going to go here because it's another tile. He starts off there. So he's still a little bit of a distance away from our hero. But now it is the Fire Elemental's turn to attack our hero. And looking again at the Fire Elemental card, if the Fire Elemental is within two tiles of a hero, which is he's adjacent to the hero, it attacks the hero with the most hit points, and there's only one hero, so remaining within two tiles with a Scorching Ray. So he don't have to move. As long as he's two tiles away, he can shoot the line of sight and hit me with this Scorching Ray. So you can see his attack bonus is +3 and his damage is 3. So if he hits me with this, I lose 3 hit points right away. So let's roll for the Fire Elemental and see if he gets lucky. So the red is for the monsters. Let's see what he gets. I get a 10 plus a 7 because of the attack, so it's 17. And my armor class obviously is 14, so he definitely hits me. And because he hits me, he gets me down. He does 3 damage to me, so that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So we just started combat into the game for the first time, and I'm already get hit 3 times. And now it's onto the hero's phase. I re-examined the rule book again because this chamber is really giving me a lot of grief already from the first. Now the goal for this chamber is to destroy the Kobold Dragonlord. That is the goal for that chamber, but it don't say anything about that I can't leave the chamber. I know, I'm just trying to be a chicken here. But we are going to play it so that I cannot move and advance out of this chamber, the horrid chamber, until I kill the Kobold Dragonlord. That could be wrong. I can't see anything into the rule book to tell me otherwise. So we're just going to play it that way, that I can run away from the Fire Elemental, no problem. But I can't run away from the Dragonlord out of this chamber and explore an unexplored edge. I have to kill the Dragonlord first. But we all know we're not going to kill him. He's just going to wound it. He's going to run away and come back to fight me again when I reveal the tunnel exit tile. Anyhow, it is on to our hero's turn. I didn't say anything about the my hero. Again, like I said, he don't have to fight him, but my hero, he already got a lot of damage to him. He got 3 damage. I know he got a healing surge, but he's gonna run, and he's got a speed of 6. He's gonna run, he's gonna try to hide over here. So it is 2 tiles away, but the thing is it's got to be line of sight. This black area is a wall, so if I get around here, there's no way he can hit me with his blast at me here with already the scorching ray. So I'm going to try to make it over there and see if I can hide from the fire elemental. So I move my speed, which is 6. Now, one thing I'd like to let everybody know that you can do a double move, which means my speed is 6. I can move up to 12 squares, but I can't fight then. But I got no range that I can fight anyhow, so I'm just gonna move behind the wall there. So I was right here, and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again diagonally 6, because I'm hiding behind this wall right here from the fire elemental, because I don't want him to try to hit me and take 3 more damage from me, because this game can be pretty darn short, and he could kill me. But I got the healing surge to back me up too as well. So I moved. I'm not going to try to fight. I am staying there. I'm not going to do a double move because I am going to run away, but I'm not going to run completely away because I still want to get a piece of them. So it's on to the monsters activation again. And it's a start off with the Maniac, the Kobold Dragonlord goes first before the fire elemental. So for the Kobold Dragonlord, it says if he is a tile away, not a square, but a tile, which he is, he's going to move adjacent. So he's going to go like right here. He's like, rah, rah, and he's going to attack me. And what he attacks me with is the short sword. So I got to roll for the short sword. Now it's a +8 attack bonus, and it gets 2 damage. So chances are, if I roll like a 6 or higher, he's going to hit me, which is horrible. And again, the red die for the monsters, well, it don't really matter. It's a 20-sided dice if anybody's wondering. So I rolled a 16, so he definitely successfully hit me there. So I take 2 damage from that short sword. So I'm going to flip over. Try to flip over 2 more. So right now, whoops. Right now, I only have 3 more hit points before I have to use my healing surge. I should have said, oh, I'm going to use 2 healing surges for this game, but I already said it's only 1. So I'm in trouble already. But we're not done with the monsters because it is the fire elemental's turn. With the fire elemental, if you're within 2 tiles of a hero, it attacks again, remember, with the scorching ray. So I am within 2 tiles. But the thing is I'm around here. Oh, I'm right here. So I purposely picked there so I can hide behind that wall so he can't see me. So he can't shoot his scorching ray and get me. So because of that, he moves up 1 tile closer to the hero. So one thing too as well that it says in the rules manual is you can see this area is a large base. So what tiles does this count? Or what square does this count for the oversized monsters? In the book it says any square that the base is on counts for what that monster is controlling. So therefore it takes up 4 squares. So that is the end of the turn for the fire elemental and the Kobold clan leader, which is the Dragon Lord Maniac. So it is on to our hero. To see what happens. I'm almost dead here. Like, not dead, but I'm almost going to burn through my healing surge. This is scary. Alright, BoardGameManiacs. I'm going to use my last double strike token so I can attack him twice. Now, he has 6 hit points. So it's going to take a little bit to take him down. So anyhow, we're going to try it. So I'm using this. It goes away, and I'm going to use my cracker, and I'm going to attack my adjacent monster. On a hit, I do a -4 to his armor class. And also to his +6, I get a +1 damage. So I get to use the 2 attacks. So let's see if I can get over his armor class with my attack bonus and see what happens. Hopefully, come on, 18. So I definitely, bam! I whacked that Dragon Lord. Ah, finally. So I take my -4 AC and I place it right there. So he has -4, and I've already hit him, so he takes 1 damage. So you see this. I take 1 of his hit points and I flip it over. So it's still looking bleak for my hero, even though he does do a damage. So next I'm going to use my whacker, and I'm going to attack my whacker. I'm going to attack him with my whacker. I mean, that sounds so wrong. So wrong. Anyhow, so on a hit, each monster adjacent to the attacked monster takes 1 damage. But the fire elemental is not adjacent, as you can see, so it's only going to be concentrated onto the Cobalt Dragon Lord. But he gets a -4 to his AC. So instead of a 17, he was down 4 points onto his AC. So for me to successfully hit him this time because of the -4 AC, that means that I only got to roll to get over a 13 instead of a 17. So I get a +6 bonus for my attack for this, and it does 1 damage. 1 damage is better than no damage. So I get a 16, and again, that's well over his armor class with his -4 armor class there. So because of that, I do another point of damage to him. Thank you very much, which is really good because I need all the help I can get at this point. Now I don't have any more double strike tokens, so because of that, I flip this card over. I can't use my double strike yet unless I get another card telling me otherwise. Also too as well, if you look at his special powers here, the Forceful Striker. Whenever you hit a monster with an attack, you can move that monster 1 square in any direction after all damage is dealt. So you don't have to move him, but you can move him. So I didn't move him the first time, but second time I hit him. So I'm definitely going to move him. But it don't really make a difference if I move him or not, because if he's 1 tile away, he's going to attack you. He's going to move up to you adjacent, attack you with his short sword. But from that, I'm just going to move him in any direction. So he's going to go here. So they're on the same tile, and he's blocking him, which is good. So I did that. I attacked him, successfully hit him twice, did 2 damage to him out of 6, and it is on to the monster's turn, and it is on for revenge. It's Maniac is going to get some revenge on me. Another advantage of why I pushed him back was because on his card it does say that if the Cobalt is adjacent to a hero, it attacks that hero with the short sword, which he was going to do regardless. And then the Cobalt moves to any square within 1 tile. So which means, like, for me to move on with my adventure, I have to kill him. But if I didn't move him back and he was adjacent to me and attacked me, then he could just kind of like run away a little bit, so that I have to keep moving to get him so I can kill him before I can continue my adventure. But because I was able to hit him successfully, and because I had the Forceful Striker, I pushed him back 1 square. So he's not like exactly right there. Actually, I think I moved him the wrong spot. I should have moved him backwards 1, because now he is still technically adjacent to me, and he can attack with the sword. Oh, this sucks. I just looked in the rule book to see about, this is blocking me this way, but it technically isn't, because I'm on the corner right here, and he's on that corner. So again, you can say it's the wall is blocking, or you can say that it's not, because you can still see diagonally. Like, you can't see around the corner. I guess technically I am around the corner, because there's the corner. So I'm here. So I would say that he can't attack me. That is the house ruling for this one, is he can't attack me because I'm around the corner. I said it, I'm sticking to it, and that's my story. Since I decided on that story, that Cobalt, he can't attack me there, but he can move to the next tile. Now he is adjacent to me, and he can't attack me with his short sword, and we already seen what happened there. So I got to roll for the Cobalt. Now he gets a +8 to his bonus with his short sword, which is really good, and he does 2 damage, so I could be going even down further. He got an 8, plus an 8 is 16, and my armor class is only 14, so he definitely goes through. Oh my, like this here is just horrible. So that little Cobalt Dragon Lord hits me, takes 2 more damage from me. So like that is, I got 1 more hit point, 1 more stinking hit point. And like I just started the game and I'm already down to 1 more hit point before I have to burn through my surge, my healing surge. So this could be a very, very quick game for this first solo mission. If I find it is too quick, I'm just going to start it over again because there's no way I'm just going to play that short of a mission. But if it is that short of a first mission solo, I am going to publish it as is, but I am going to also publish another video where I start over again. And hopefully things will change. But anyhow, that's in the future. Right now, we have to deal with what's in front of us in the present, and it may be a gift, if that's why it's called a present. And we're on to the Fire Elemental's turn. Now again, this same thing applies. I am hiding behind the wall, so the Fire Elemental can't shoot around the walls with his Scorching Ray, so he can't really do anything, he can't attack me, but he can move 1 tile towards the closest hero. So, but he can't move where he's going to be inhibited there, because he can't go on the same tile with the other monsters. So he's going to go there, so he's definitely going to be in line of sight for me to attack. But he don't attack this round because he can only move, because I was hiding behind the wall, which saved me a little bit of time. So now it is on to my hero's turn again. So I'm probably going to just get the hell out of dodge there again, because if I don't, I'm just in trouble. This is kind of turning into a game of cat and mouse. But we'll see if it's going to pay off and if I'm going to be able to outsmart the cat. Ray, so he can't really do anything, he can't attack me, but on my hero's turn, he turned chicken again and he ran from here and went all the way around here. So there's another wall there, so he's still hiding on that Fire Elemental because he don't want no part the Fire Elemental to attack him, because again he's only down to 1 hit point, then he has to burn through his Healing Surge token. Now another note about the Healing Surge token, like I said, in the rules manual it does say that at the beginning of the adventure each hero gets 2 Healing Surge tokens unless otherwise stated. In the solo mission it don't say that I only get 1 Healing Surge token. I'm choosing to up the difficulty level by just restricting me to having only 1 Healing Surge token, because I'm a maniac anyhow and that's what I do, so that's what I did. And it is on to the Maniac Kobold Dragon Lord. It's his turn pretty much just to attack me. Lovely, lovely. Oh god, I'm in trouble. For the Kobold Dragon Lord's turn, he is not within 1 tile of the hero because this is a tile and that is a tile. So because of that, all he can do is just move 1 tile towards the hero with the most hit points. And there's only 1 hero, so guess what, Kobold buddy? You only get to move up 1 because you can't do nothing else. And for the Fire Elemental, it is the same thing. He's maybe 2 tiles away, but he can't see him because he's hiding behind that lovely wall. So because of that, the only thing left for the Fire Elemental to do is he moves 1 tile towards the closest hero. And that's it. So he's going to go, rah! And he moves 1 tile. Because again, squares versus tiles. It is specifically laid in the book about what's the difference between the squares and the tiles. A lot of people probably would get mixed up with that, so just read the instructions and go from there, or watch this incredible video that I'm shooting and it'll teach you right there. So anyhow, that's it for the monster movement. It is back onto the hero phase. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? Okay, Athergate is going to move up. The speed of 6, remember, he's going to go 1, 2, and he's going to stop there. And the reason why he's stopping there, because these 2 monsters are on the same tile as him, And what he's going to do is he's going to do his Morningstar Flurry. And what that means is attack each monster on your hero's tile. So he don't have to be adjacent, he just has to be on the same tile with them. So he gets to attack both of them, and it's a +6, and he hits them, it's 2 damage. If he misses, they still take 1 damage, which is really good because the Fire Elemental got nothing on him yet, but the Cobalt is down 2, and he's also -4 to his AC. So let's see, who am I going to attack first? I'm going to try to attack the Fire Elemental and see what happens with my Morningstar Flurry, Flurry, Flurry. So the Fire Elemental has AC is 16, so, and this is a +6, so let's see if I'm going to get him or not. Oh, definitely hits him. Like, look at that. That's a 16. So I do 2 damage to this guy. So do you know what that means? Because I do 2 damage to him, I take the hit point thing and I'm going to put it on him right here. So he only has 3 hit points, so if I hit him one more time, he is so dead. So dead. So now it is the Cobalt I'm going to attack. Now, some people I've seen that, you know, if they're going to use a weapon that attacks both of them, they'll just roll once and see. But I like doing it separately just to keep the video more interesting and the gameplay more interesting. So the Cobalt again, he is at an AC of 13 because of his -4. So let's see what I get. So that's a 19. Like, wow. That's awesome. So because of that, I definitely hit this Cobalt too as well. And I take 2 points of damage away from him. So I may be actually getting a little close to hitting him and killing him. Finally, so I can get the heck out of there and keep playing the game and exploring more edges. So the Cobalt only has 2 more hit points left. And the Fire Elemental only has 1 left. Now, because where I have the Forceful Striker, when I attack them, I can move them back 1 square in any direction of my choice. So this Cobalt, I hit him, so he's going back 1 square. The Fire Elemental, because he has such large base, again, it counts for every square because of the large base, so he gets pulled back to here onto the other tile. So it gets hit there. And that's it for that. So now, it's time for the monsters to attack me. Now again, I am only down to 1 more hit point before I have to use my healing surge, so I could potentially get really hurt here enough that, you know, I have to burn my one and only healing surge token. That was silly for me to say, yeah, I'm going to make this game more harder by only giving myself 1 healing surge instead of 2. Yeah, that was a smart move. But I'm a maniac, so, you know, sometimes I just don't think. Anyhow, it's Cobalt's turn. So, remember what the Cobalt does. The Cobalt, if the Cobalt is adjacent to the hero, he's not. So if the Cobalt is on 1 tile, which obviously he is, he's going to go adjacent to me, attack with the short sword. He goes, Aah! So he goes adjacent to me. Let's move that -4 AC right there. And he's attacking me again. And the little bugger again gets a +8, so let's see what happens. Oh crap, that's a 19, so he hits me and he takes 2 damage off me. So guess what? This one goes boom. Oh, you got me with your short sword. Uh-oh. You're in trouble. Ah, he's hurt. But he's not totally destroyed because he gets a second adrenaline rush. Healing surge. And he comes back up. Haha. And his healing surge value is 4. So he actually gets 4 of his hit points back. But that's it. 4 is better than none, I guess, because it's total 8, so he gets half of that. So he gets 4 hit points back. But he's still down. He's still down. But the Cobalt can't attack him anymore because they already did. So now it is the Fire Elemental's turn, and you know what happens there. The Fire Elemental is within 1 tile of me. It can only be 2 tiles or closer. He's within 1 tile. So again, he's going to attack me with this Scorching Ray, and he can give me 3 damage. So I hope I roll low here because like I'm only going to be on 1 more hit point again and I could die. 4! He rolled low. 4 plus 7 is not enough for my armor class of 14. So you missed, sucker! You missed! You missed! You missed! I'm a little excited because I'm still alive. One thing I forgot to do is, because the Battle Ranger uses Morning Flurry, it says flip this card over after use. So this card is flipped over now, so I don't even have that. I'm burning through my cards really quick. So I'm only able to do a smash device and my at-will powers, and that's it that I have left right now that I can do. So this Kobold has 2 more hit points. The most damage I can do to him is 1, so it's at least going to take 2 rounds. So what I'm going to do here, or should I say what the hero is going to do here, he's going to attack the Kobold for 1 hit point, and then he is going to move, because you can attack and then move, or you can move and attack, or you can move and move. So I'm going to attack and then move. So what am I going to attack with? Well, you see, I could choose to attack him with my Cracker. And if I attack him with Cracker, he's going to get another -4 penalty to his AC, so it'll drop him down pretty good. Because the Elemental is not on to the same tile, so that couldn't attack him too as well. Take 1 damage. Okay, so I'm just going to use my Cracker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack him with my Cracker, and then I'm going to move, and then he's going to get another -4 AC penalty if I do hit him. So let's see if I hit him. Again, right now he only has an AC armor class of 13 because of -4. I get a 1. Are you serious? So if we were playing the role-playing adventure game and I rolled a 1, that could be some serious damage to my Dwarf Battle Ranger. But we're not playing that one. So anyhow, he attacks, he misses, he fails. He is done of his attack. Now he's got to try to get the heck out of Dodge, because if he don't, he's going to be in some severe trouble. So he had the speed of 6. He chose to move just to there because he's still hiding behind that wall, so that the Fire Elemental cannot get his Surging Ray off and hit him. But that's it. He's done of his turn. So it's on to the Dragon Lord Kobold, Maniac, and then the Fire Elemental. He is 1 tile away. He's not adjacent, so he gets just to move close up to him. Hi, how you doing? Guess what? I'm gonna attack you. See what happens. So, Mr. Dwarf Battle Ranger, not Ranger, Battle Ranger has 4 hit points left, and then he's dead. So I hope he's going to withstand his attack with his short sword, because it's a +8. That's a big one, and it's 2 damage. I don't know, but anyhow, let's roll it and see what happens. 3. 3 + 8 is not enough to get over my armor class of 14. So that's not bad. It's only an 11. So ha, ha, ha. You missed me, sucker. And then it is the Elemental, the Fire Elemental, and he is within 2. But he's hiding here, so, and you can't, that's another thing I want to point out, is monsters as well as heroes, they can't attack diagonally, so like diagonal like that, they have to be in a straight line with the range stuff and that. So anyhow, he can't do anything, so he only gets to move 1 tile closer to the hero, which is right here, and it's onto the hero's turn. He's still in this. He's still in this. He's getting the crap kicked out of him, but he's still in it. He's going to stay where he is, and he is going to attack that Dragon Lord, the Kobold Dragon Lord, with his Cracker. He's going to try to crack him, because he is adjacent to him. So, and if he successfully hits, he's going to get him another -4 penalty to his armor class. So, let's see what the Dwarf will get, this Battle Ranger. Come on! That's a 10. And +6 is 16, and he has a -4, so he only has an armor class of 13, so he did successfully hit him. Kabam! So therefore, that's a -8 to his armor class, which is nice. Plus, he does one thing of damage to him. So that kobold gets another damage out. Very good, very good. You're a good hero so far. So he hits him. And when he hits him, does it push him back one? No, he don't. So sad. But that's okay, because he attacked him and he hit him. So now he is going to move the heck away from there. But you gotta be careful, and he has to be really choosy on where he moves, because he don't want to be in range for the fire elemental, because then, yeah, 3 damage is really bad. So where his speed is 6 and that, I'm just trying to figure out where's the best place to move so that he's not going to be in range of him and he's not going to be in range of him. So I'm thinking I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's hiding there too as well. He's got his back against the wall, and he's just trying to hide and hope that he can't get attacked. So anyhow, it's on to the Kobold Dragon Lord's turn. The Kobold is not adjacent to the hero because the hero is smart enough to move out of there. So then he is going to move. So again, he just moves to the closest hero because he is 1 tile away. Oh, wait a minute. He was right there. So that's 1 tile there. That's 2 tiles. So, let's call within 1 tile the hero moves. It can't, so it can only move 1 tile towards. Oh, this was such a smart move on the heroes for sure. So the hero moved, so the Kobold could only move 1 tile. Because he was 2 tiles away. Very smart move there, buddy. You're so lucky. So he moved. And then it is time for the elemental, the fire elemental, to attack. He is within 2, but the thing is he's hiding around the wall again, so he cannot attack him. But he does, the fire elemental can still move within 1 tile towards, so he's going to go, bloop. He's right there. So he's facing right there. I can see you now. But it is the hero's turn. What is the hero going to do? So the fire elemental has only 1 hit point left, which could be taken out right now. And then the Kobold has 1 hit point left and a -4. Oh, right now the fire elemental is kind of posing the most threat, because if he hits him, he's taking 3 damage instead of 2. So I think he's going to go after the fire elemental and see what happens there, because I'm sure he's going to just kill him. I hope. So our hero is going to move 1, so he is adjacent to the enemy, and he's going to use Cracker, because then if he hits, he gets a -4 on his AC. But if he hits, then he's dead anyhow, because he only got 1 hit point. But he's going to go with the Cracker just to be sure. So the fire elemental got a 16. Please let me get there. Oh no, I only rolled a 4. I never even touched him. He just laughed at me. I moved already. I gambled. So I can't move anymore because I moved and I attacked. This may just be the demise of our hero. We'll see. It is the monster's turn, and it is Kobold's turn first. So with the Kobold again, he's not adjacent, but he is able to move adjacent to him. So right here, if he is 1 tile, he moves 1 tile to the hero, but this is not a tile, it's moving there. So technically, he should be moving there. He's kind of on a wonky angle. I'm not even watching here because I really don't want to die here, but we'll see. So Kobold moved, and he was going to attack with short sword. And he rolls the red die, and he has to get above 14 to get it. Don't get above 14. He gets 8. but he also gets a +8 on his short sword attack. So he definitely hits with the 16. And he takes 2 damage, the hero. So the hero goes down to 2 more hit points. And then after that, he will be dead. He will die. That is horrible. So now it is on to the fire elemental. We just gotta push on here. So the fire elemental is going to attack him with his scorching ray. Because if the fire elemental is within 2 tiles of the hero, it attacks the hero with the most hit points, which is only 2 tiles away. So I have to roll, so it's 7 for this, so I need to get it really low, or my hero is dead. He gets a 12. Of course he gets a 12. Well, he gets a 12. He hits my hero, our hero, the one that we had faith in, and he loses his hit points. And that means that our hero is dead. Oh, that was so bad. What really gave us the problem was pulling the horrid chamber tile. So we had to do that. So because of that, it was just hit after hit. He kind of played cat and mouse, but obviously the cat caught up to the mouse and caught him and ate him. So that is it. That is all for our hero, Athergate. Poor Athergate, the dwarf battle ranger. He is dead. Completely dead. He burnt through 1 healing surge and he's dead. And again, I made it a little more difficult by only giving the 1 healing surge. I kind of regret it right now, but, you know, that's just what it is. It is what it is, and that's it. So, BoardGameManiacs, I hope you enjoyed this really short first solo mission for Wrath of Ashardalon. So what I'm going to do, because I find this video is kind of short, I'm going to set it up again, and we are going to play it again. The same setup, as in we are going to stick with Wrath of Ashardalon, the solo mission, and I'm just going to reshuffle the tiles and go over it again. But that will be the next video. So if you want to see that second video, don't hesitate. Just click on the link in the description. It'll bring you to the second part of the video. If it's up, well, when it is up, there'll be a link for the second part of the video. I may just play it now anyhow and then just edit the 2 of them and post it. I hope you enjoyed this short little solo mission for the D&D adventure board game system for Wrath of Ashardalon by Wizards of the Coast, WizKids, whatever you want to call them. Anyhow, great game. I love this game. I wouldn't play a game that I did not enjoy. But I thoroughly enjoyed this game because it is a lot of fun. And I'm a big fan of Dungeons and Dragons. Ever since I was a kid, I played it. So, if you notice any rules, mistakes that I did, again, there's a couple of house rules that we did play. And it is in the video what I talked about for the house rules and that. But if you notice that there are any other rules, mistakes, by all means, please make a comment down below. Let me know where I went wrong so I can correct my mistakes for my next gameplay. And if you like this video, you want to see some more, by all means, hit that subscribe button because it is worth it, because there's a lot of great content on this YouTube channel, BoardGameManiacs, all one word, all small letters. You can also find us on Twitter too as well, at BoardGameManiacs, all one word, all small letters. And as always, you can always contact us via email by emailing us at boardgamemaniacs@gmail.com. So have fun. If you played this game, leave some comments below. Let me know what you thought of it. If you played the solo mission, if you had a hard time like I did, right from the get-go, from drawing that horrid chamber card. It just kind of sealed my doom right there. So my poor dwarf battle rager will not get out of this mission. But I'm going to use them again for the next one because I like this. I'm going to keep everything the same, mix up the tiles and go through it again and see what happens. So until next time, have some fun playing games, talk to people in person, play some VR. That's really cool. You're not really talking to somebody in person when you're playing VR. But it's really cool though. It's a fun game. I have some videos on our YouTube channel for the Board Game Maniacs for playing VR. So until next time, most importantly of all, just be a maniac.